welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Arshia and I am a beauty focused content creator. I'm also currently 22 weeks pregnant, so currently in my second trimester, and I am going to be sharing a very much so pregnancy focused video today, talking all things, weird things, unique things, interesting things, unexpected things that happen to you when you're pregnant. Now, of course, everyone's journey is so different. Even with the same woman, every pregnancy is different. And these are just some of the things that I experienced, and I started taking notes very early on. Side note, I've been journaling a lot throughout this pregnancy, just making notes on my phone or my computer, or actually writing things out. And for me now to share some of these things, it's just a lot of fun. And also, I should do a quick recap, because for anyone that might be just discovering me through this video, let me quickly tell you guys a little bit about my pregnancy. So like I said, I'm currently in my second trimester. My first trimester, like a lot of women, was a little bit tough for sure. I was very, very, very nauseous, all day nausea. I was also extremely tired. Oh my gosh, you guys, I could just be sitting down and doze off anytime, anywhere. I was so tired. And so many changes are happening in your body so quickly that you just don't feel like yourself. Even though you're so happy, you just don't feel like yourself. And that's totally normal. And I have to say, all the women here on YouTube that shared their journey, that shared their experiences, I found so much comfort, and I really hope to be that for anyone watching. But yeah, that was my first trimester. And then everyone told me, girl, just wait till your second trimester. You're going to feel like $1,000,000. And of course, you guys are all right. I have my energy back. I still get tired, but not as much. I still get nauseous, but not as much. Overall, I feel much, much better. And I'm just getting so much stuff done in my second trimester just because I have the energy to do so now. But yeah, that's kind of a recap. And also the most important thing, which I don't think I've shared here on YouTube. And that is that we are having a baby girl. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it that we're having a little baby girl. I'm gonna have my forever best friend, my little doll. And I just hope that, for me, I go to my mom for everything, and I have a great relationship with her. And I hope that she's able to come to me for anything, and vice versa. And I just can't wait to have my little girl with us in a couple of months. We're so, so excited, and I still can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And I keep thinking now that I'll save this for her, I'll save that for her, I'll save that for her. But yeah, we feel so blessed and so excited. Yeah, that's kind of a quick recap of everything going on. And now we're just gonna jump right into it, because I have 15 things written here. So this is gonna be kind of a long video. Get a snack, get a drink. I'm drinking my water right here, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing is the hair growth. And I'm not just talking about your hair growing on your head, which, by the way, I just cut my hair. My sister cut my hair not too long ago, and it's grown out so much already. But your hair grows head to toe. At least for me, it is growing head to toe. Now, I actually have been waxing my arms. Normally, I do laser hair removal, but of course, when you're pregnant, you want to completely avoid any sort of laser treatments. So I have been waxing, so you probably won't be able to see anything on my arms right now. But trust me when I tell you, my hair growth is everywhere, everywhere. On my face, on my eyebrows. I have to do my eyebrows every few days now because they just grow so quickly. I have to wax my arms and legs very frequently. And it's the hair normally on my body, it's a lot lighter. It's actually growing in a lot thicker and darker. And again, I just wasn't ready for that. Even the hair on my head has grown in so much, so quickly. Just a few weeks ago, I cut my hair, and now it's back to almost as long as it was before. It's crazy. Didn't expect that. No one told me that was gonna happen, but that's the first thing, is the hair growth. The second thing that I have noticed is that I am so thirsty all the time. Now, everyone has told me, from my doctor, friends, family, everyone has told me, stay hydrated. It's really important to stay hydrated during your pregnancy. And I'm just always well, I can't really help it because I'm always thirsty, So whether I'm sitting down and working or doing anything, I'm drinking water, which is really good because, again, you do want to stay hydrated. But going hand in hand with that is that you constantly, oh my gosh, you constantly have to use the bathroom. You guys, I use the bathroom all the time. And let me tell you, when you're pregnant and you have to go to the bathroom, you have to go to the bathroom like this. So for me, if I'm driving anywhere and I know I'm gonna be in the car for 20, 30 minutes, I make sure to use the bathroom because, oh my gosh, I have to go, you know? I know this is TMI, but again, this whole video is probably gonna be TMI. Anything pregnancy related is TMI. So yeah, just a quick disclaimer there. Even at night, I would say on average, I get up anywhere between like 3 or 4 times. And I do have to drink water even at night as well. I know some women even like keep snacks on their nightstand because they get hungry, which I'll talk about in just 1 second. But you know, for me, I keep water. I do drink water throughout the night as well. And then of course, I have to use the bathroom. I feel like it's like almost like your body preparing you for when the baby arrives, because you're gonna get up so many times at night anyway. It's like your body kind of teaching you to get used to that. Cause now I go to the bathroom all the time. Okay, speaking of sleeping, one of the things that I was not ready for at all with pregnancy was the vivid dreams. Oh my gosh, my dreams are so vivid. And here's the thing, like normally when I wasn't pregnant, I would have a dream and I would remember it for like just a few minutes after waking up. And then I would just kind of forget about it. But now I'll have a dream and I'll remember it for a few hours. Like almost every morning when I wake up, I always tell Vishal, like, oh my gosh, I just had this dream. And it's like the dream just feels so real. Like I've never had dreams this vivid before. And you remember them way more than you'll ever remember it if you weren't pregnant. Okay, now let's talk about your breasts, because there's a lot of changes that happens to your boobs when you're pregnant. The first one for me anyway, my size definitely got bigger and it seems to continue to grow. And I was just talking to my friend and she was like, Arshia, don't even waste your money on buying like expensive bras, because if you're gonna be nursing, your boobs get even bigger at that point. So just like buy some cheap bras and that's about it. But yeah, your boobs really grow in size, and not just your boobs, fam. It doesn't just stop there, TMI, but your nipples change as well. They get darker and the actual nipple gets bigger. I don't know the full science behind it. I probably should have done my research here, but of course it has something to do with breastfeeding, making it easier for your baby if you do plan on nursing your baby. But yeah, that happens. Everything in that area starts to grow. I wasn't expecting that, especially like happening so early with the size of my overall boobs, but that happens. Okay, speaking of boobs, I also have to talk about this, but this is kind of like all over the body, and that is you get so veiny everywhere. Like I can see, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. You probably won't even be able to see it right now. I guess you can kind of see it. Yeah, you can definitely see it on this arm more. But do you see my veins? Like I was never able to see my veins so much on my body. And this is not just on my arms, this is head to toe, especially like on my chest area and even on my stomach. I see veins everywhere, and you're pumping a lot more blood, you know, when you're pregnant, because the placenta is just like all blood. You guys, I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm just like, I know like the very minimal things that I'm reading online, but you just have veins everywhere, or you just like see them a lot more. I was reading that after you give birth, it goes back to normal, like your veins don't show as much. But right now for me, and this again started happening very early on for me, I started to show my veins everywhere, head to toe, so early. I was like, wait, what is happening? And then I Googled it and it was like, oh yeah, okay, that's normal. But veins everywhere are definitely a thing. Okay, next up, let's talk about changes on your skin. Your skin definitely changes when you get pregnant. For me, it became very dry. I always had dry skin, but now my skin is super, super dry. And I also noticed that my skin is a lot more sensitive. So before, I was able to try out a lot of different products and not break out and not have a reaction, but now my skin does react very quickly to a lot of different products. So for me, I have found that with my skincare, I have to keep everything very small and concise, like just simplify my skincare routine and use products that work for me and not try anything new, you know? So definitely expect a lot of changes to happen on your skin, not just on your face, but your whole entire body. And for me, like I said, it's just become so dry. So I have to do my skincare super early in the morning, at night, throughout the day. I'm like, you know, using face mist all day long because my face just feels so dry, even on my body. Like, can you guys even believe that I applied body lotion this morning? It doesn't look like it, right? But my skin is very dry and definitely very sensitive as well. Okay, this is also something that new that started happening to me this past 2 weeks, I would say. And that is that I'm now experiencing heartburn. And this really happens to me after I eat. especially if I eat anything spicy, which by the way, I do love spicy food, but now I just can't eat a lot of spicy food because my heartburn will just like kick in so quickly. So I have been eating like Tums, and then I'll eat like watermelon that helps, or like grapes, or anything like sweet that's cool in the fridge kind of helps me. A lot of people on Instagram told me to drink cold milk, and you guys were right. That really helped me with heartburn. So yeah, heartburn is a thing. Apparently it means that your baby's gonna have a lot of hair. Who knows if that is true, but I read that there's like some studies around that. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know in a couple of months, but I'm definitely experiencing heartburn, and it comes so quickly. And I have to, you know, like I said, eat either Tums or some sort of like sweet fruit that's cool. Like the cool factor is like a big thing, and that really helps with the heartburn for sure. So try that if you're experiencing heartburn. Okay, speaking of food, I also want to talk about the fact that you are not able to eat a lot of foods that you normally love. So my lifestyle, I just like to eat clean, and I've been this way now for a long time. That's my diet. I'm vegetarian, you guys know that. I love eating just like clean food, you know, it just feels so nourishing to my body. I feel my best when I eat really clean, but that has gone out the window. Completely out the window, because now all I want all day are carbs. My baby loves carbs. She wants pasta. She wants roti, Indian food. She wants rice. She wants bagels. She wants bread all day long. Like that's all. That is just sounds so good to me. And even thinking about salad, oh, just like, no, thank you. Or I used to drink smoothies. You guys follow me on Instagram know this. I love morning smoothies, and now I can't even look at those morning smoothies. And the other crazy thing is that it changes week by week. Like one week you'll love this, next week you don't want to even think about it. You know, another thing that I'm like so into is soda, and I don't even ever drink soda, but I'll have like a little bit of like Pepsi, you know, and I just love the taste of it. But yeah, food aversion, definitely a thing. Your favorite foods might not be your favorite foods, and then things you never liked, you're gonna suddenly fall in love with. That definitely happens. Another thing I want to talk about food is that now I can only eat very small portions, but I eat a lot more frequently. So normally I would eat my 3 meals, and you know, I'll snack in between, but that's about it. But now I have to eat small meals every like 2-ish hours. So I'll give you an example. This morning I had a bagel for breakfast. That was around 8 o'clock. Then around 10, I had a banana and an apple. Then around 11:30, almost 11:45, I had a little bit of rice and dal. And now I'm gonna have a second lunch in about another few minutes. So I just have to eat small portions. And the reason why is that if I eat like a really big meal, oh my gosh, I genuinely feel like my food is just sitting in my throat. Like it just doesn't get digested properly. It all makes sense because like your organs are like being moved around, and like, you know, there's a baby in there, my gosh. So like I just have to eat small portions, and even then I eat very slowly. Normally I'm like a fast eater. You guys should see my husband. He is the world's slowest eater. He really takes his time and enjoys his food. And I'm usually like always done so quickly, but now I'm like, all right, Michelle, we're like in this together, because I eat just as slow and very small portions, because otherwise my food is right here. Okay, this is a really interesting one. I know this video is like all over the place, but I'm going through my list as is. But I thought when you get pregnant and then you call your doctor, like you find your OB, they would tell you, yeah, come right in. Like, you know, not maybe the same day, but that week. But that's actually not the case. Normally they said that they see people or women at 8 weeks. And that is because they want to make sure that they can get a heartbeat. And I was just like, I don't know, I just thought that was like really interesting, because I thought that they would be like, oh yeah, come in, you know, tomorrow or the day after or sometime this week. But they're like, no, you need to stay put. You need to just chill, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. All right, next up is just very strange, weird pains, spasms that kind of happen in your body. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but like normally I'll get this like pain, and this kind of happened on and off throughout the pregnancy. It doesn't happen all day or anything like that, but it happens, and it literally feels like things are being shifted in your body, or like things are being moved around, or like things are being like stretched out. And yeah, that's apparently very common as well, you know, to experience mild cramping and like, I don't even know how to describe the pain, because it's not really a pain. It's more of like a discomfort, but just like you feel that things are happening. Okay, we're almost done with this video. I might have to do a part 2. I'm not sure yet, but let's talk about pregnancy hunger. Oh my gosh. Now, I thought I would get hangry before, but this is so next level. It's not even funny. And you guys heard me say that I'm now eating every 2.5 hours. So I'm eating very frequently, but still, when I get hungry, oh my gosh, I have to eat right away. I have like a 5 to 7 minute window where I have to eat something, anything in that moment, because the hunger is just so intense. And I am definitely that girl right now, walking around with snacks. I feel like a little child. I have to bring snacks everywhere I go, granola bars, fruits. I have like little Ziploc bags with crackers. I know a lot of women actually keep crackers next to their bed. That really helps with nausea as well. It's just so interesting that that happens, you know, because that's something that I've never had to deal with before, but now I do, and it's definitely not me, it's the baby. Okay, let's also talk about emotional, because my gosh, you do get very emotional. Really funny story here as well. One time, Arshia and I were laying down in bed, and he sleeps earlier than I do because he wakes up way earlier than I do, especially right now because I just like let myself sleep in. But yeah, he was like starting to doze off, and I was writing in my pregnancy journal, which I'll pop a picture right here. I really recommend this journal, and I've talked about this journal before, but you guys, every time I write this journal, I don't know what it is. I am just so extremely emotional because all of my thoughts just like come out in this journal, and it just, oh, it's like, I love writing in that journal. But anyway, I started crying, and he heard me cry, and he woke up and he was like, Arshia, what's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, I'm okay. I'm just so happy. I just feel so grateful. And he was like, he just looked at me like, okay. Because like I was like crying, but it was like happy tears, you know. It was like I was like laughing and crying at the same time. I don't know, but you were definitely emotional. It's definitely the hormones. You are, you know, feeling so many different feelings and emotions, and one day you're really, really excited and really happy, and you know, the other day you just feel like not so great, and you'll have a roller coaster of emotions for sure. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about, and I've talked about this before as well, this was one of my first symptoms, and that is out of breath. I'm always out of breath, even when I speak, when I walk, when I talk, when I do anything, I get out of breath very quickly. This is very common, happens to a lot of women. Again, so many changes happening in your body, your organs are being moved around. So it is very normal to feel that, you know, out of breath feeling. When I didn't know I was pregnant and I started to feel that, I was like, wait, what's happening? Like, why am I so out of breath, you know? So yeah, if you do experience feeling out of breath, worry not, it's very normal. Just make sure you tell your doctor, because I definitely told my doctor, and she was like, yeah, that's totally normal. Happens to a lot of women, and you're one of those women that it happens to. Those are some of the weird, interesting, fun, unique things that I have experienced in my pregnancy so far. That being said, I'm so beyond grateful for this journey, and I feel so blessed. And also then to feel your baby move, oh my gosh, I can't even describe that feeling. But it just is like such a beautiful feeling, and this entire journey I'm so grateful for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and just sitting here chatting with me. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!